Good morning and welcome to Techturks. Today I have Dare. Dare is a co-founder of Trueflutter. Trueflutter is a platform that brings people together. Some people call it a dating app, some people call it matchmaking, but we're here to find out why Trueflutter is different from others in the market. So Dare, welcome to Techturks.
Thank you very much for having me.
So first question, why? I would like to start with the name sometimes. So,
Okay.
why Trueflutter?
We thought of so many names, but it was one thing that we're very passionate about. We're passionate about people falling in love, and when you're in love, your heart flutters, and that's why we came about Trueflutter. So when you have butterflies in your belly,
True heartache.
true love, actually.
True love. So, what made you? Why go into this business of certainty of the heart?
Okay, so first of all, I was very single and very frustrated in Nigeria. So I tried various dating apps, and because I was looking for someone to have a relationship with. But I tried so many dating apps, and I just felt they weren't appropriate for me as a person, and I got a lot of feedback from a lot of people. For a lot of people looking for serious relationships, that those platforms that they were on was not ideal for them. So that's why I just called my brother and said, "Why don't we start something different?" I've started like our own dating app where our friends, our families, and other people like us would also want something serious like us.
Okay. And how long ago did you start?
Yeah, so we came up with it. We started the MVP 2 years ago.
Okay.
We had over 15,000 subscribers because we knew that there was a problem. We had a solution, but we just wanted to test the market with it. So we tested the market with an MVP. We got about 15,000 subscribers, made about $5,000. Just proof that it was going to work in this market. And that's when we started working on the new app, which we have now, and the rest is history.
What makes your own platform different from others?
Okay, so first of all, I think the first thing that differentiates us from other platforms is that we're very anti-hookup, so many other things like anti-hookup, anti-fraud. Most of those Western dating apps that people use in Nigeria or Africa, they're not really focused on that. But for we as a company, we're very focused on those things. So if you are there for hookup, we deactivate your accounts. Like my staff, we have a tech team that deactivates accounts almost every single day.
So explain to me, what does hookup mean?
Hookup are people that are looking for trading money for sex.
Okay. And so how does your system know that?
Our system is powered by machine learning and artificial intelligence. So there's some certain things that your account gets flagged when some certain things happen.
So, for example, patterns of behavior, I would take it.
Well, yeah, I won't be able to say so much because if I say so much, then there'll be loopholes. But they're definitely, the accounts definitely get flagged.
So certain hookups behave in a particular pattern in which the platform can pick it up and flag the account. Okay, that is good. And so what else does it do apart from hookups? People are always also, you don't know beyond hookups. You don't know who you're meeting, for example. If I meet somebody, he meets a profile, but how do I know he's not a serial killer? How do I know he's not trying to scam me in the long run? You cannot be certain, but what measures do you take to try and reduce this probability?
Okay, so first of all, we have our guidelines on our platform that you shouldn't exchange numbers. You can make phone calls on the platform. You don't have to exchange numbers with anybody. But there's also a facial recognition feature where they can make sure that there's nobody catfishing on the platform, and you know that whoever you're chatting with is actually the ideal person. So you don't even have to exchange numbers. You can just call the person on video call or audio call on the platform. So just to verify who the person is. And they can now take it from there if you feel that the person is who they say they are.
So beyond seeing the person, you have kept data privacy tight. So you don't have to exchange information with people before you have a connection. Okay. Now with in this era of remote working, people Japan, how does Trueflutter fit into this space? Because people don't want to go to physical places anymore. People order in. People want to just sit in front of their computer and engage with people. So how does this
I think that's
work?
that the way it's happened is actually been at our own benefit, because a lot of people tend to work so much and they don't really have time to go on dates. But it's easy for them to pick up the phone and chat with someone that they met on a dating app. And, you know, so it's much more, we got a boom, especially the pandemic period, you know, that we got a lot of users using our platform because they can go to places. And even now, they've realized that the world is flat now. You can communicate with anybody without having to see them physically at that point in time. So it's actually been good for us. The market has been good for us because a lot of people can physically be in some certain places at the same time.
Okay, I mean, so a bit of education, I mean, for like the viewers out there. I mean, like, you started about 2 years ago.
Yeah.
A startup. How did you like ramp up the numbers? How do you ramp up the numbers? Because first of all, you have to invest in it. We're sitting down here, and like, of course, a lot of resources must have gone into it, sacrifices. One, how did you build trust? And then how do you know that you're going to be here tomorrow? How do you know that you're going to be generating enough revenues, getting more people onto the platform, creating more awareness and all that? So what's the
So first of all, one of the things is that I'm very driven. I'm passionate about what I do. Like most of the people that have invested in us know me as a person. They know that it's not only a business for me, it's also a passion for me. Not only the fact that, you know, I want to solve problems. And Africa is a green ocean, it's a blue ocean, where there are a lot of opportunities when it comes to dating space. It's a multi-billion-dollar company. How do I manage these resources? I bootstrap. Even when I feel that a regular person will feel that they already arrived, my mindset is that I need to be able to bootstrap to have a longer runway in the company. So for me, I've always been taking pay cuts since I started the company, just because I know where the company can get to in the next few years. Like the Match Group is the biggest dating app in the world. They acquired a dating app in Egypt. And I know that they're coming towards Africa. The way I've positioned myself, the way we've positioned ourselves as a company, we want to be the biggest dating app in Africa. Okay. So even if we want to have synergies with other companies abroad, it would be easy because they would know us as the #1 dating app in Africa. So I've basically bootstrapped as a founder, and with just the mindset of having a longer runway and being able to grow as a company. Bootstrap, I always tell my staff that try as much as possible to spend less to achieve more. It's not just about throwing money everywhere just for the sake of it. What I do, I make informed decisions based on data. I say, okay, if we're putting this in, what are we getting in return as a company? If it's going to be more than what we're putting in, then we should put that effort.
I was reading through some content on your platform, and I see that you leverage technology a lot, especially artificial intelligence. And I was interested in the audio
buyer feature.
On the audio buyer feature that, you know, kind of determines the type of person. I mean, that sounds like science fiction, but I mean, like, can you tell us a bit more there?
So one thing we realized we wanted to do when we started the platform, you know, we noticed that your conventional dating app you only look at pictures and just, okay, I like this person based on this picture. But when you looked at the African space, and we know that sometimes when you hear someone speak, you can tell who the person is from how they speak. You can tell the person's social status.
So can you tell when they're trying to put on an accent? You know how Nigerian.
You can actually tell. So we wanted something more real than just pictures. So that's why we introduced the audio bio feature, where you can see someone's profile and actually listen to how the person speaks. Okay. And you could also do voice introductions like, oh, hi, my name is Dari. I think you're a very cool person. I'd like to meet you. Or you're a dentist. And there are ways that you can introduce yourself using voice on the platform. And that's why, we're also the first dating app to have the audio bio feature. You know, so we just wanted something different and something more real on the platform where people could actually connect.
So instead of just chatting, you can also use audio. So use your more of your senses to make an informed decision. I like that. Yeah, more information. So on this platform, I'm like, what is the ratio? And if you can give us like, from is it like predominantly millennials and Gen Zs? Is it more men and women? Is it balanced? Is it?
It's almost balanced. Actually.
Almost balanced.
Almost balanced. I think the men are actually more than the women. And it's not typical of the usual dating apps. Women are always more than men.
Really?
Oh, yeah, the men are about 53%.
Okay, so just
and the ladies are quite and the age is between 18 and 40. Okay. Between 18 and 40.
So going back to AI, so you're using like AI to power to give you some give a sense of what people are going to do, predictive. Human beings are predictive. I mean, what else do you see Trueflutter leveraging other AI or other technologies to enhance the experience, to make it safer, to increase scale, to just make it more real, almost like meeting somebody in a bar somewhere, like real life? I mean, virtual reality.
Yeah, definitely. We're working on that on a daily basis. We what we currently have already accelerates the matchmaking process. Like for instance, I know you're married, so let's say if you get on the app, which you won't get on the app because you're married. But if you get on the app and you see some certain profiles you you like some certain profiles, the app already understands the kind of people you like.
Okay.
And the app starts feeding you those kind of people.
Okay.
So it's the app basically learns behavioral patterns of people, and it feeds you matches based on the people you like.
Yeah.
So it basically accelerates the matchmaking process for people. What we want people to have, a better experience, or so very good experience, and also be able to accelerate the matchmaking process on our platform. So we're leveraging. So the AI or the machine learning, it takes a lot of data points and it learns who the people are and feeds people matches that would be good for them.
So does Trueflutter, I mean, your Trueflutter is the digital app, but do you have any physical events, for example, to at least to?
Yeah, we actually do. We actually started with that before we launched the app. We have, I think we've had the largest speed dating event in Lagos. We had one in February, for February 14. We had it at Kofa Biomi. So we always have a couple of events every year, or at least 3 events every year, where people can actually meet physically and actually interact physically, and I will also have a nice time.
Okay, you already, final question, you already told us about your aspirations. You want to be the biggest dating matchmaking app in Africa. But since you started this business, are there any memorable experiences or things that have happened that has encouraged you, or you're just you never foresaw and just thought, wow, this is completely different?
First of all, one of the memorable experiences was one I had recently. Someone from Moose reached out to me. The founder of Moose reached out to us to tell us that we're doing a great job. Sure. Moose is the biggest Muslim dating app in the world. They have over 7 million subscribers. Generates over.
They have a Muslim dating app.
Yeah, it's the biggest in the world. And they have over 7 million subscribers. Generate, a crazy amount of revenue, and so a lot of people respect them, especially Muslims. So the fact that the guy called to just let us know that we're doing a great job, because I guess those people in the industry realize that we've done so much in a short space of time. So that's one of the memorable experiences. But most importantly, what makes me happy as a founder is when I see a lot of people get married. Right now, between last year and now, we've had over 16 weddings.
Wow.
16 weddings. So it's always nice to be able to get mails from people or people reaching out to us that, okay, do you know what, I want to tell my story. I met my spouse on your platform, and I like to just tell my story on your platform, that people can actually meet their partners on your platform. Because there's a certain ideology and a certain notion that people think that, dating apps are for hookups, but people actually have genuine relationships on platforms like ours.
Excellent. Trueflutter, creating sparkling moments. Darren, thank you for coming on to Techturks, and we'll continue the conversation.
Thank you very much.